Class is dismissed, boys and girls.
You're in. Let's go!
Previously on the YTV Retrospective.
Can't you see? We're digging our own grave! It's nuts! That's what it is! Nuts!
Check this out.
Everybody.
Check it out.
Of all the shows in YTV's past, this one may be the oldest for the task. Doctor Who and Thunderbirds may have it beat, but here we have a local treat. Come to the place where the scares are so fine. Welcome to the hilarious house of Frightenstein.
This series was a sketch comedy show taking place in Castle Frightenstein. Here we see a cavalcade of characters led by Count Frightenstein, played by Billy Van, the 13th son of Count Dracula. An oddity amongst his family, including preferring pizza over human blood, he was exiled from Transylvania, until he and his incompetent assistant Igor, played by Fishka Rice, are able to revive the Frankenstein's monster equivalent, Brucey J. Monster.
Once again return to that most glorious of homelands.
Gory, gory, Transylvania, as we go. Stop happening.
Go ahead. Good master. Your father was perhaps a riveter.
The Count is also an inventor, which doesn't bring the best results. Either explodes, is useless, or already a common household object.
Well, Igor, aren't you glad you had my apparatus in order to retrieve your shoe?
Master, I retrieved my shoe, and enough for more.
More what?
Alligator shoes, master.
His cavalcade includes, and almost all of them being played by Billy Van,
And the hilarious house of Frightenstein.
All right, well, that was game open, wide open for me. Eight characters I did on that one.
a DJ that serves as a Wolfman Jack parody known as the Wolfman,
Whoa, I am the Wolfman, coming to you from EECH, Radio Fantastic.
the Grammar Slammer that helps Igor to fix grammatical errors, or else he summons a purple monster named Bammer, should he get it wrong, played by Joe Torbe.
We'll be back in a moment. Grammar Slammer Bammer.
Bwana Clyde Batty, who teaches the kids about wild animals at the Zany Zoo,
Oh, I'm so glad you decided to drop in and see me. Now I'll have to stop this, and I'm so glad I had to stop it because my leg is aching like you wouldn't believe.
Dr. Pet Vet teaching about animals found in domestication,
And they have a way of showing their affection. They squeeze you. You might say they form quite an attachment.
And I handled a 4-foot rat snake once, and I said, these things aren't going to hurt you. Everything's cool. I said, oh, that's lovely. I said, no, here, children, is a lovely little fella. Hello there, Mr. Green Rat Snake. And he got me. He got me from here to here. It was unbelievable. I said, make no bite!
a TV cooking show witch named Griselda the Ghastly Gourmet, a parody of Julia Child,
Today, what we're going to make today is called Pine Tree Peak. Poverty Pequacus, Quan Pilfered, Parted, Powered, People Power Powder, Porridge. Something like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
an elder librarian called, well, the librarian, that reads children's books as if they were horror novels.
And our moral is, the desire for imaginary benefits often involves the loss of present blessings. Think about that, too.
A Hindu guru named the Maharishi,
Let not the wise disturb the unwise. This helps not in its own revolution.
the oracle that tells horoscopes.
Oh, which sign, whose life will fortune twist? Yes, Cancer. It is Cancer today.
The professor that teaches science lessons, played by actual scientist personality Julia Summer Miller.
As you well know.
And here is a better example of it, likened exactly to the Tower of Pisa. Here it is. And if I raise the center of gravity, shift the plumb line outside the base, it will most certainly tip over.
And a superhero that flies around called the Super Hippie, played by Mitch Markowitz.
Would you dig the fat man move?
However, the most interesting casting choice they found was a horror movie legend, the one and only
Another lovely day begins. Ghosts and ghouls with greenish skin.
Vincent Price. Vincent was very interested in the project, as he wanted to do more when it comes to children's content. This statement checks out, as around the same time he would play the villain Iron Tail in the Rankin Bass special, Here Comes Peter Cottontail.
When I'm through with April Valley, we'll never be bothered by children again.
And certainly did more after that. He would be the evil Zigzag in the Richard Williams passion project, The Thief and the Cobbler.
Men are fools who walk in dreams. They sleep their lives away.
The world's greatest criminal mind in Ratigan in the Disney movie The Great Mouse Detective.
You know what happens when someone upsets me.
And when he's not playing a villain, he is reading stories done by kids on the Disney Channel with the interstitial series Read, Write, and Draw.
Well, what do you suppose would happen if I really pushed it? Uh-oh.
And play the warlock Vincent Van Ghoul in the final classic Scooby-Doo series, The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo.
Budini, my friend, you said a mouthful.
Price would play the narrator, and surprisingly recorded almost all 400 segments of his lines in just 4 days. 4. For only $13,000. That is dedication. And even crazier, the show in its entirety would be recorded in just 9 months. 9. No show with this amount of episodes is recorded this fast. And yet, it became the longest running pseudo-horror kid series of all time. Produced by CHCH TV in Hamilton, Ontario, the series would last one season of 130 episodes in 1971. YTV would air Frightenstein in its first few years. Some say that it did air in the 2000s, but I think that could be wrong. Reruns of the show would also air on the channels Drive-In Classics and Razor.
Deep into my eyes.
It's really gonna rattle your bones. Wow.
Isn't that pure?
The hilarious House of Frightenstein, next at the Drive-In.
The interesting thing is that in Canada, it is seen as an educational and family-friendly show. However, it also aired on local stations in the US during the late nights. It was, funnily enough, seen as alternate comedy for young adults. In fact, in some parts of the US, it would actually get better ratings than The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. That is an achievement right there. It's like the show is trying to capture your typical educational show formula, but with the feel of shows from the classic horror hosts, like your Gorgons, Elviras, and Svengoolis. In 2019, an audio production called Return to Frightenstein was created, however with Malcolm McDowell taking on Price's role. And in 2021, Family Junior would air an animated preschool reboot of the series called The Happy House of Frightenstein, with all the characters as kids. Also in November of 2024, a brand new comic book would be released by Lev Gleason Publications, with the involvement of series co-creator Mitch Markowitz, writer Carson Demmons, and artist Jason Silvestri. Some episodes of the series were available on DVD, courtesy of Empire Pictures and Alliance Atlantis, however omitting the Wolfman segment because of the use of licensed music. The series was added to the Canadian streaming service Crave, but the series in almost all of its entirety is currently available on Tubi and Pluto TV. If you're looking for a scary fun time, be sure to check into this hilarious house. The castle lights are growing dim. There's no one left but me and him. When we next meet in Frankenstein, don't come alone. When we come back, the holiday season heads to the sea. You better bring your spinach.
Next time on the YTV Retrospective.
Check this out. Check it out.
Do you remember the secret to being brave?
I'm not afraid.
Then neither am I. Care Bears countdown. 4, 3, what? 1, stand!